Much for coming out to see our second showing of our Theater 4 NCTC production.
Wow!
So this is our class production. So this is the Theater 4 class. Every student here had auditioned or interviewed to be in this class. And the idea behind this class is to put together some of our best students in our program, to put together some of our best work, and then take it to a festival, which is this upcoming weekend. And so we like to show it off here before we go off there. And it's really a great opportunity for me to be able to work with the students and kind of help them and kind of really go along the whole journey of creating a play. And so it has been awesome to be able to work with them. And we really build the show together through this process called Moment Work, where we really kind of come together and we build the ideas. I'm giving them ideas, they're giving me ideas, and where we're able to sort of build the show together from the ground up. Our show this year is called Anonymous by Japanese-American playwright Naomi Izuka. And the show is really, it's a retelling of Homer's The Odyssey, but with a modern-day refugee. So it really tells the refugee story and the story of these anonymous refugees that we don't know a lot about, and really kind of putting them to the forefront. And the idea of this show really started with as we started, I posed the idea and the question to the students, what is home? What makes something home? Right, and then talking about the absence of home and what does that take from somebody. And then from there, we started doing a whole lot of research about refugees and just asking a lot of essential questions, because as I started the journey, I realized how little I knew. And then so we started really diving into that a little bit. So after the show is over, after our run is over, the cast and crew are going to come out and we're going to kind of share a little bit with you about what they've learned through this process about the life of refugees and what it's like for us to prepare for the show. So we hope that you will stay and join us with that. Please do heed the warnings that are on your little program page. There are some flashing lights that come from the stage if you're sensitive to that kind of things. We do have some loud noises, some war noises, some storm noises, so be conscious of that. There is the mature themes on there. It's not anything inappropriate, but it is about refugees, and it does get a little heavy at some points. So do know that. All right, announcements, fire exits, doors, use those in case something happens. Do cell phones, please make sure you silence them. And there are celebration stars out in the lobby, so if after the show you feel like writing a message to your favorite actor or technician, please do that. All that money will come back and help, give us a little extra pocket change to spend this weekend. All right, and there we go. All right, so about NCTC. So we are going to bring this show to Reedsville High School on Friday, and we're going to be one of 16 shows to perform over 2 days. So we will sit in the theater and we will watch 15 other plays, and we will get a chance to connect with other theater students and learn from their work. And then show off our own work and get feedback from professional adjudicators and all that fun stuff. It's going to be a really great weekend. So the rules of the festival, we're going to present it tonight exactly the way that we're going to present it on Friday when we perform. So the rules of the festival are we have 45 minutes to go from a completely blank stage, set up, do our entire play, and get our butts off the stage. So that is how we're going to present it to you tonight. So on Friday, there will be a little stage manager that will come out on the stage. And let me get my timer out, because I need to make sure we're still on the time. All right, and they will say, Green Hope High School, are you ready?
We are anonymous!
Your time begins now.
Where I come from is far away from here.
is high up in the mountains, and the sound of thunder is so loud.
It sounds like the end of the world!
Where I come from is the edge of an ocean so blue you see straight to the bottom, and the sound of the waves crashing is so loud.
It sounds like the end of the world!
Do you remember?
No.
You can't hear them. All those memories inside of you.
I don't know how to begin. I don't know where to begin.
Shh. Begin in the middle, on the border, on the crossing. Begin in the place in between.
Where I come from is far away from here. Where I come from, there was a war that lasted so long, people forgot what they were fighting for. Where I come from, bombs rain down from the sky night after night. And so you dream the face of the one person you love. And that person becomes like home. Their eyes, their skin, their voice, the sound of their voice. So you dream about that person. You dream about home. You dream about going home.
The first thing I would like to say is we're not a sweatshop. We are the first stop on the way to the American dream. Give us your poor, your huddled masses yearning to be free, and we will hire them. We will give them a job, and we will put them to work. Nothing wrong with good, honest work. As you can see, Senator, the conditions here are first rate. Light and airy, modern, cheerful. We have a great time, don't we, ladies? All of the ladies love me, and I love them.
Don't mind us, ladies. Don't mind us. We're just here to observe.
What are you making?
Blue jeans,
T-shirts.
yoga pants, sports bras,
Boxer shorts, warm-up jackets, polo shirts, tube socks.
Oh, I love this. What is it?
a shroud.
Oh, a shroud. How interesting. And what's a shroud?
It's a sheet you wrap around the dead.
Oh, I see. And do you sell a lot of those? Shrouds, I mean.
It's not for sale.
Oh, it's lovely. The design is just lovely. I collect primitive art, from all over the world. It's a hobby of mine. I have baskets from Guatemala and little Buddhas from Cambodia. They speak to me. This speaks to me. I would love to buy this and hang it on my wall.
It's not for sale.
Whoa, don't mind Penny.
My name's not Penny.
Her real name is too hard to pronounce, so we call her Penny because it's easier, isn't it? Penny. I love Penny. She's had a very hard life, and I just want to give her a good home. I have a big heart, It's my undoing.
Who's it for? The shroud, I mean.
My son.
Your son? Is he dead? Oh, that's so sad. That makes me very, very sad.
Helen,
You must be devastated, you poor thing. How did he die?
He drowned.
He drowned? That's awful. That's just so tragic. It's so tragic. I feel your pain. I really do. How did it the asking. Where we come from, there was a war. And my son and me, we escaped. We escaped in the middle of the night. We sailed out to sea in an old fishing boat. There were so many people all crammed together, old people and babies. We huddled together in the dark in the belly of the ship. We listened to the roar of waves. We listened to the boat creak and moan. And then the storm started. The winds began to howl, the sky opened up and the rain came down, sheets and sheets of rain. And the lightning lit up the sky, bright, bright light. And the thunder crashed. So loud. Suddenly, a giant wave rose over us. It rose like a wall of water, and then it fell over us and swallowed us whole.
Someday I'm gonna sail away.
No, you're not. Don't be silly. You're not going anywhere. This is your home now.
It's not my home.
Yes, it is. Now, look at me. Look at me! Smile. I said smile! You're very photogenic. You could be a male model. You're so swarmy and exotic. That's very in right now. Exotic is very in. I wish I were more exotic. I'm too pale. We can watch TV on my giant flat screen plasma TV. It's so cool. It's so flat.
No thanks.
How about a snack?
I'm not hungry.
Suit yourself. We could do something else. We could kiss. You could kiss me and you would
What?
kiss me.
No!
Oh, fine. Why are you so mean to me? You should be nice to me. I saved your life. You're so ungrateful. You won't even tell me your real name.
I told you my real name.
Your real name is not Nobody. What kind of mom names their kid Nobody?
Don't talk about my mom.
I mean, I'm sure she's nice and all, but it's not even like she's even part of your life anymore. I mean, she's probably dead. And even if she was alive, it's not like she's been trying that hard to find you. Honestly, if you want my opinion, she's moved on with her life. I know I would. I bet if you showed up on her doorstep like right the second, she wouldn't even know who you were. She'd be like, who are you? Do I know you?
Don't talk about my mom! God, look, I can't stay here anymore.
Why not? It's nice here. It's pretty. It's clean. And I have satellite TV.
I gotta go. Hey, if I stay here one more time, then go crazy.
Where would you even go?
My home.
Your home? That's crazy. Your home is a dirty little third world shack with no running water. It's raw sewage in the streets. Don't be mad. I'm just saying it how it is. Now you're mad. Let's kiss and make up.
No!
Why not?
Because I hate you. And every time you open your mouth,
Okay. I don't care what you think. I don't care what you want. You will eat my snacks, you'll watch my thoughts from Plasma TV, and you will love me!
hey,
Remember me?
yeah, kinda.
Where did you come from? He called me.
I did.
Excuse me? Who are you? I'm a goddess. And you are... I live here, actually. My dad owns this place. He owns everything as far as the eye can see. He's very, very powerful. That's who I am. Oh, is that supposed to impress me? This is a private beach, so you better take your umbrella and take a hike. You can't own a beach. Yes, you can. My dad does. He owns the beach and the whole entire ocean. You ready to go, or...
Like, now?
Like, right this second. He's not going anywhere. He's not allowed. Oh, he's not allowed? Who says? My dad. My dad says we have to stay inside our luxury gated community. My dad says it's dangerous out there. My dad says all these foreigners are flooding in with their strange customs and weird foods, and they're not like us. And they don't speak English. And they're illegal. Most of them are illegal aliens. That's what my dad says. Whenever he says that, I think of the little green men in spacesuits, but that's not the kind he means. He means a different kind. You're an idiot. You ready?
Yeah.
Wait, you can't go!
You know, the last time I was in the ocean, I almost drowned.
I know.
I was with my mom. We were trying to escape, and then there was
know.
How could you know that?
You don't remember me, do you?
Yeah, I do. We knew each other when we were kids.
I think you're thinking of someone else.
Maybe. You were this kid at the airport.
You don't remember me.
No. Guess not. I feel like I do.
That's because I'm a goddess, and I come to you in your dreams.
And what do you do when you come to me in my dreams?
I give you advice. I whisper in your ear. And sometimes, I save your life.
I'm really homesick.
I know.
It's like a big empty room inside of me.
I know.
Okay. What do you do if you want to go home? But there's no home to go back to. What if the one person you love more than anything? What if they don't remember you? What if they don't even know who you are?
You have things to do.
Like what?
Like survive the storm.
Why does it always have to be a storm?
Don't ask. Just search for him.
Wait, where are you going?
And your little boy? Did you ever see him again?
No. Sometimes I think maybe he was saved. Like maybe the Coastal Guard found him. Or maybe he was able to swim to shore.
Wouldn't that be something?
And then maybe he was adopted by a nice American family.
Yes! We adopted a little boy from the third world. The senator and I found him in a refugee camp. Oh, he was so cute. We had such high hopes. Oh, but it didn't work out. He was having problems from the start. He had a bad attitude. He didn't blend in. And then he ran away. Can you believe it? We gave him everything, and he ran away.
Helen, darling, you really do have to scoot.
I hope it all works out for you. I really do.
I got us some lunch from this little Indian shop on the other side of town. I got us a little chicken tikka masala, a little papadum, a little naan. Here, taste.
I'm not hungry.
This playing hard to get penny is really getting old. You either marry me or you lose your job. I hate to be so blunt, but that's just the way it is.
Mr. Mackey said I told you in my homeland it is customary for a woman
Yes,
to...
yes. In your homeland, it is customary for a woman to build a shroud in which to bury the dead.
That is correct.
But you're not dead, and I'm not dead. We're alive, and we're vital. We have needs and desires. We have appetites.
When I'm done, we can get married.
Well, what if I can't wait?
Then you will incur the wrath of gods.
Whoa, fine. No need to agitate the gods. My little crab, apple, my little peach pick. I'll wait. I can wait. Sweet dreams, my little sweet potato.
On your right, on your left!
Sorry, I didn't mean to scare
You
you.
didn't scare me. What's your name?
Kuri.
I've never heard that name before. What does it mean?
Quick thinking.
Is it stinky? In there?
Kinda. But the food's pretty good.
That's not food, that's garbage.
What makes it garbage?
Well, sometimes the customers come in and they order all of this food and they say it's too spicy. So they send it back and we have to throw it all away.
I like spicy.
Me too. The hotter the better.
Nazreen?
Nazreen, what are you doing? Your mother's been calling and calling. She's been getting mad at me and she's like, are you conversing with the cockroaches? You know, you smell very pungent, Mr. Cockroach. And I happen to have quite the excellent smell. And so I ask you one question. Do you speak?
Yeah?
Ah, how remarkable! A very large cockroach endowed with the gift of speech.
I'm not a cockroach.
Ah, good, that's good. My wife kills cockroaches, you know, she crushes them with her shoe.
His name is Kuri.
Goody.
I should probably go.
My name is Ali.
Nice to meet you, Mr. Ali.
Not
But I should-
Mr. Ali, just Ali. And this is my lovely daughter Nazreen, as I'm sure you two have already met. I happen to be the proprietor of this establishment, and my wife Ritu is the chef back over there. Each dish she makes is a masterpiece with every bite, every taste like home.
I should really go.
You will be our guest. Nazreen, set the table for our new friend. Ritu, we got company. Go, go.
Ollie, you're gonna give yourself a bellyache.
What about our guest, Papa? Maybe he wants to try?
Nah, that's okay.
I thought you said you like spicy.
I do.
I think he's scared.
I'm not scared. How bad can it be, huh? Well,
You did it.
present stranger. I'm better.
So where do you come from, stranger?
I'm from all over.
And your parents? Where are they?
I don't know. I'm not sure.
I see. And what did you say your name was again?
No.
I don't think I caught it.
Nobody. I mean, Guri. I mean, nobody.
Nobody
I mean,
is who read. Which is it?
Nobody. It's nobody.
You're too trusting, Ollie. This city is full of liars and thieves. We don't know him. We don't know where he comes from. We don't know anything about him.
She's right. I should go.
Hey, no, hold on.
Here, just a quick second, please. Ritu's had a long day. I asked you to forgive her, right?
Ritu has had many long days. Ritu has had many long weeks and months and years. And Ritu can speak for herself. Here. I cooked it, you might as well eat it.
My mom, she used the same spices. She just put them together differently.
Well, where is she now?
I don't know.
How can you not know where your mom is?
Where I come from, there was a war. There was a war and lots of people disappeared.
Maybe she escaped. And she's living in the city somewhere, but you just don't know it because she changed her name. Where we come from, there was a war too.
Nazreen,
That's when my father became blind. There was a bomb in the marketplace, and lots of people died. Old people and little children.
Nazreen, that's enough. That was before. We don't talk about before.
I don't even remember where we came from. I was just a baby when we left.
No, all right. You just don't remember that you remember.
How can I remember what I don't remember? What do you remember?
I remember my mom.
And how she helped me? She held me when the bombs fell. She held me when the ground shook and the city burned. She held me on the night we escaped. She held me in the belly of a boat as we sailed across the giant sea. And then one night, there was a terrible storm.
Police, INS, that's a cop. Who knows?
Why'd you help me?
I don't know. I don't know. This just looked like someone who needed help.
Thanks.
Whatever. You hungry?
Yeah.
So, stranger, where'd you learn how to speak English?
My mom. She taught me.
Yeah.
Yeah.
How about school?
Land.
Land, huh?
Yeah. Land.
Anyone tell you it's rude to stare?
Sorry.
Look, where I come from, they cut your face when you turn 13. Like a ward. You have any scars?
No.
Everyone has scars. Yeah. Maybe yours you just can't see. Right on time. Come on. Look, stay down there. You're gonna squash your head. Don't leave me. Go up and see.
How far does this go?
Far.
What would you do if you had all the money in the world?
All the money in the world? I don't know. I guess I'd buy a car. A nice car with shiny rims. And a good sound system too, so I could listen to my tunes in style. None of y'all could eat. Steak, French fries. Oh, dude, pizza? Yes, pizza. Pepperoni pizza. It's my favorite. Okay, what about you?
Maybe my mom, buy her a house, like buy her a big house, with a big yard, so she'd always have a place to go, like a home.
A home. You know what? Yeah, that's nice. That's cool.
You think about home much?
No, not much. You?
I think about my mom sometimes.
Okay. What's she like that?
She's, well, I don't know how to describe her. She's like a mom.
Okay. Does she smell like soap?
Yeah, like soap. clean clothes, and some kind of flower. I don't know what it is.
Oh, does she have this big, enormous bag that she just carries everything in?
Yeah.
Do her eyes crinkle when she laughs?
Uh-huh.
That's funny. Me too. I
Yeah.
think I'm wrong too sometimes.
Where's she now? Hey, Pascal.
Look,
Where's your mom?
land, was it right? Right? You know how to jump, okay? You know how to fall? Don't worry, I'll show you. Go! Go! Sir, we're looking for work.
What kind of work?
Anything. Anything you have.
As you can see, it's just me now. Times are tight. I had to let everyone else go.
Okay, look, okay? We're good workers, all right? We can do anything you ask. Anything.
I could use some help cleaning up. I make a mess, my line of work.
Okay, okay, we can do that. How much?
Oh, trust me, I'll do right by you. What's the matter with your friend? Cat got his tongue.
What kind of meat is that?
Brain. It's a delicacy. High in protein, fried up with a little garlic, very tasty.
Sir, where do you want us to start?
There's a bucket and some sponges. I want you to scrub, scrub, scrub. I'll be right back.
I don't like this place.
Look, it's just a job, okay? You think too much.
Well, maybe you don't think enough.
You know what? Maybe you should shut up!
What's in there?
Look at all this meat. Isn't it strange? When you cut off the head, scrape off the skin, boil away the fat and the bristle, it's hard to tell what something was. Was it a cow? Or a pig? Or a goat? Was it a little baby lamb? Or was it something else? Vaguely familiar, fleshy, tender. You know what goes in my sausages? You know what makes them so mouth-wateringly delicious? Do you have an idea? The tiniest little inkling? What? I got your tongue? Wait!
Where's my friend?
What friend?
His name's Pascal. He was here. He was here just a second ago.
There's somebody here named Pascal. You must be confused. How do you like your meat? Well done or rare? Rare, please. I like my meat rare. Well, how about a glass of wine? Oh, yes, please. A glass of wine would be delightful. Only I have to tell you, I'm a little tired of Cabernet. I prefer Chianti. A good Chianti can be just the thing.
I don't know much about wine.
No?
No.
Well, why would you? It's just wine.
I've always wanted to learn.
Really?
Yeah, just never knew anyone who knew so much about wine. You know? Not like yourself.
Fine wine is one of life's great pleasures. civilized. I try to remember what it's like to be civilized. Linen napkins, opera, fine wine. Because it matters. It means something. But sometimes it can be so lonely. So very lonely. No, you have no idea! It's nice to have someone to share a glass of wine with. I'll miss you when you go.
Hey, I don't know where to go. Can you help me? Hey, I don't know where to go. Can you help me find? Say something. God, say something. Why don't you say something?
My name is Belen. What's your name?
Nobody. I'm nobody. Do I know you? I feel like I know you.
Maybe from a past life. Do you know me from a past life?
I don't remember.
When you die, they say you forget. You forget where you come from. You forget the people you love. That's what dying means, to forget. So you have to try very hard to remember. You have to keep what you love right in front of you like a shiny coin at the bottom of a well.
I need to find my way back. Okay? I need to find my way back home.
Where's home?
Far.
How far?
Far, okay? Very far.
We should go now. We'll die if we stay here. If we're lucky, a truck will come by and pick us up.
Whew, hot enough for ya? Ooh, boy, is it hot. Never used to be this hot. It's the ozone. Ozone's all messed up. So, where you kids headed to?
Home.
Ah, home sweet home. That's nice. Far away is what I'm guessing. What's the matter? Cat got your tongue?
What'd you say?
What, cat got your tongue? Ah, it's just an old thing my dad used to say.
Your dad? Who's your dad?
Why do you care? He wasn't nobody. Just a mean old drunk. Owned a butcher shop out in the boonies. Had only one good eye. Can you believe it? He liked opera. If there's one thing I can't stand, it's opera music. I hate opera. What you got in that suitcase, girly girl? Diamonds, rubies, state secrets. Hey, relax, pal, relax. Just getting a little lint up the little lady's dress. Just a bit of fuzz. Whew, hot, huh? Must be over 100. I'm sweating like a pig.
What's that sound?
Could be the muffler.
What's in the back? What are you hauling?
This and that, cash business. I don't ask a lot of questions.
I can hear something. There.
Word to the wise, pal. Keep your nose out of where it don't belong.
I think you should stop, okay? I think you should stop and check.
I already stopped for you and your little friend here out of the goodness of my heart. Not stop it anymore. I'm already running late. Anybody ever tell you you're pretty? You got very pretty hair. This clown, he ain't your boyfriend, is he? Nah, he can't be. You're too young for a boyfriend. You're real quiet, ain't you? I like that. I can't stand girls who yak and never shut up. I like quiet girls. You know any English? I'll I'll teach you some English.
Listen, there's someone back there. Who's back there?
Nobody!
Some person, there's people back there.
That's none of your business, pal.
It's too hot. They'll suffocate. Stop the truck.
Are you
Stop
kidding me?
the truck.
No!
Pull over.
What are you doing?
Pull
Are you
over.
insane?
Ah!
Wait! My name was Yelena. I came to America on a ship.
My name is Camila. I came to America in a truck.
My name was Mina. I walked 1,000 miles.
My name was Amir. I crossed a giant desert.
My name was Bor. It was so hot I couldn't breathe.
My name was Yeva. It was so cold my fingers froze. My name is Anya. I traveled in the night.
My name is Elena. I always traveled in the night.
My name is Belen. I made no sound.
My name is Pascal. I was invisible.
My name is Ritu. I came here to make a better life.
My name was Ashil. I had so many hopes.
My name is Nazreen. I had so many dreams.
My name is Pascal, but I died.
My name is Anya, but I died.
My name was Yelena. I died along the way.
My name was Bor. Please tell my sister.
My name was Yeva. Tell my brother. My name was Belen. Tell my father. My name was Elena. Tell my mother.
My name was Amir. Tell my son.
My name was Bor. Tell my daughter. Remember me. Remember me.
Remember me. I disappeared. I became invisible.
I ran away. I escaped.
I shed my skin.
I changed my name.
I became anonymous.
My name is Anonymous.
My name is anonymous.
My name is Anonymous.
My name is anonymous. My name is anonymous.
My name is Anonymous. There was a war. Me and my mom, we escaped on a boat. And then there was a storm. And the boat we were on sank. And lots of people drowned. I know for a fact. And later I was in a refugee camp. And then I was adopted by a nice American family. You know, it was a fancy house with so many fancy things. But they weren't my family. And it wasn't my home. So I ran away. That's a fact, too. These are all facts. But facts are only a part of the story. You know, I think your life is made up of all these bits and pieces. And sometimes pieces don't fit together. There's something missing. So you try to remember. And sometimes you can almost see a face.
Your mother's face.
Yeah.
There's a place I know, on the other side of town. I worked there when we first came to America. I sold clothes, blue jeans, t-shirts. It was a terrible place.
The place was nothing but a sweatshop.
It's a small world, stranger, smaller than you
You
think.
think my mom's? That's crazy.
Is it?
What are the chances? 1 in a million?
What do you have to lose? There's no way to know unless you go and see. You've come this far. Trust me, I have an idea. Ali, go put the rice on. Nazreen, get the ghee. Now, listen to me. Listen carefully.
Lies, lies, lies. I have had it with your lies. I am haunting you. You tell me you're going to marry me when the shroud is finished, but it's never going to be finished. Is it? Is it? Let's go. We're getting married now. No more stalling. No more delays. Who are you? Why are you here? What do you want?
Somebody ordered takeout.
Who? Not me. I didn't order any takeout. I've already eaten. And they don't eat. Go, get out, go. Where do you think you're going, huh? We have things to do. We're gonna get married and live happily ever after. Happy, happy,
Leave her alone!
Leave her alone. You want me to leave her alone? funny guy. Make me, little fly. Go! Ah! Ah!
Stop, it's your
No,
knee.
I
You're
don't
hurting.
care.
Stop, no! Ow!
Big. Oh, no! Don't kill me! Don't kill me! What was your name again? Stranger? Friend? I don't think I caught it.
The name's anonymous.
No! No!
What if I told you?
No, don't say it.
What if-
Please, don't.
But what if
I don't believe in what if. What if will break your heart?
you have a son?
My son died. He died a
What if he
long time
didn't?
ago. He was a little
What if he
boy and
did
he
die?
died.
What if he survived?
Stop!
Please.
I said stop.
Listen.
Please. No. I can't. I'm sorry. I'm so sorry.
What do you remember? Because what I remember is you. How you held me. You held me, and you sang to me. I remember the song you sang to me.
How can I know you're who you say you are?
I'll tell you the story of my life, and then you can decide. It begins in the middle, on the border, on the crossing. It begins in the place in between.
Thank you everybody for coming and for supporting us tonight. As I said before, we really started this journey with this show. I picked it because I really liked the fact that it was one of the best things I think about Green Hope is just how many different cultures we have here, and so I wanted to find a script that kind of reflected that, and so that's how I felt. That's how I kind of fell into the script. And then so as we started getting into this, I was like, I have no idea about refugees. And so we started doing some research together. We watched several videos, and then we had discussions in class. And a lot of really interesting things kind of came out from that that I think really helped us along on this journey. And so we wanted to share some of that with you. So for my awesome cast and crew, what are some of the things that we learned in that research phase, or kind of came out in that research phase that really still sticks with you as we are performing the show?
One of the things I remember a video, I don't remember, we watched a lot of videos about refugees, and there was one specific fact that still sticks with me, and it was that most refugees that end up in refugee camps don't end up leaving. A temporary situation that's supposed to be for a few months ends up being the rest of their lives. And it's just really sad because they often face really, really bad living conditions in these places, and this is where they're going to spend the rest of their life.
One thing that really stood out to me was how long it takes, not just like to find a place, but even to get approved as a refugee, which is crazy because these people, they're only leaving because they're in such a dangerous situation, and it takes them so long to even get the ability to leave, and they just have to live knowing that they could die any day before they have the ability to escape.
Yeah, we watched this one video from just last year with other Ukrainian refugees, and like how they had like this one day that they would spend weeks and weeks and weeks trying to get an appointment to be approved to be here for asylum, and then they'd wait in front for like days and hours of the days just to get to be approved, right? And then they're here for and like I think it was like two moms, and they had little babies with them, and they were waiting to see if like their babies would maybe be approved to stay here too. So and that was just from what, a few months ago, a year ago, not even. Yeah. Other things that stood out for you, Bianca?
One of the first things we did at the beginning was we tried to define what home meant, and a lot of the refugees, they talked about how they lost contact with their families completely, or like their family members died, and even after the situation started to get better, they didn't have a desire to go back because everything that made it home for them, everything that made them feel like loved and safe and secure was gone, and we had to carry that pain of not having someone to rely on or share a burden with throughout the entirety. So along with all of the awful circumstances that they were facing, they didn't even have someone to share the rough times with. So that's something that really stood out.
Yeah. Kai? Oh, sorry. Ethan. Sorry.
To add on to what Bianca was speaking, I think it's really interesting to see in this show how a lot of it is very, like, it's filled with tension. Like as you see in the on-go through all this, there's a lot of tension. And then I think the only times you really see that tension list is either Sasha is there or he's there with the Indian family because he seems more comfortable around them. And I think it's just interesting to see how that correlates to what Bianca's talking about with the phone.
Yeah, as we were reading it, so like we read it the first time, I was like, this thing jumps around a time a lot. And then as we were doing the research, that we realized like how intentional that was by the playwright, because he's never settled. There's nothing where like it never stops. Like it's his life is never just there. He's just here. He's here for 1 minute, and then he's thrown somewhere completely different. And so that was a really interesting point as we started getting into it.
One of the things that I found really interesting was just the line, "How can I remember what I don't remember?" which is just really interesting for me, especially as somebody who, like, personally, I'm a second-generation immigrant, which means my mother was an immigrant, but I was born in this country. And that feeling of disconnect from a culture that's so important to your parents, and by proxy, so important to you, but you're not where your parents are from, but you're not where you're from either. You're just kind of in the middle somewhere. I just thought that was a really interesting thing to be brought up, and I haven't seen it brought up in a lot of media.
I want to say, this is kind of going off what some of the people have said. We know that refugees go through like some of the worst things that a human can possibly go through, their living conditions, but also, like, I don't know if you realize this, but some of our characters in our plays, like me, for example, I took my character and Dan's character into a butcher shop, and that's a job that we chose. And it seems insane that we would choose a butcher shop, obviously with the bad vibes there. But I think it just goes to show, especially like with our other actors also that are working in the sewing factory, in the working conditions that they face there, it just shows like sometimes you don't always have the luxury of like, for them at least, for choosing these jobs, because like some of them sadly have to come here illegally, and that comes with the risk of being found out. So sometimes jobs like to take advantage of this and push it to their own agenda so they can influence people in the way they work and the things they hide.
How they have to go into danger to avoid danger. All right.
So we watched this video where there's this refugee that's a kid, and there's other kids as well, but they kind of have a talk with this kid. And they kind of ask questions, they get to know a little more, because they don't know anything about refugees, like what is that? So when interviewing this kid, the kid was asked a question about like how was it like, what was it going through, and again, they don't really think about it, they don't really remember those moments, but what they do recall is that, yeah, like whenever there's like bombing or like I hear explosions or anything going on, I immediately hide in the dead bodies. The piles of dead bodies, I'll just hide in there, hide in there. This kid is like, I think 12, 11, and they're here just casually telling the other kids like, yeah, if I hear any explosions, I'll immediately hide in dead bodies. If I needed to catch like sleep, I would sleep in the dead bodies to blend in and make sure like I'm not seen or not heard. And the kid said it so casually, like it was nothing, like it wasn't a big deal, because they just don't, I don't know, really realize how insane that is at such a young age.
Yeah, the one thing that I remember from that is just this kid talks about, well, yeah, I just walked. I just walked for like months until I hit another country. Like it's nothing. There's yeah, I just walked. I just walked and I just kept walking until I was somewhere else where that was safer. It's pretty crazy. Is there anything from the show now that we researched that like you connected research show things that like really stuck out with you as we were preparing? Right?
Honestly, within like from a technical aspect, like the design of the show, like the paper boat in of itself, like what it represents to Anon is like it represents his youth. But not only that, like paper boats as a symbol of culture, like it represents like you can send off a paper boat with hopes and dreams. And so at the beginning, how it starts full, and that represents like Anon and just his feeling with his mom, and like how everything's hopeful and like he has a life. And then when it splits apart, it's like everything's shattered, his world shattered. But then like just that feeling of coming back together at the very end of the show, like that resolution, like he's finally found like his home again. And just like I just like the idea of like representing paper boat not as only his youth, but like as his feeling of hope.
That's really hard to pull off. But the choice of the show to focus on the journey after the displacement and after the war and not the actual war, because I know when we talk about these things and history, we only focus on the war that has happened in the home country and not the journey after. But this choice makes the specific decision to follow Anon's journey after. And you don't really hear him reflect much back. Like he just offhandedly mentions, oh yeah, there's this war, I lost my mom used these spices, on to the next thing. And he's always thinking about the next thing. There's no time to like process, which is also part of why the show is so jumpy. But he never gets time to reflect. It's just, how can I get this? What's the next thing I can do? Oh, I've been thrown off. This is just what I have to do. Everything is so almost impulsive about the show, which is something that I thought of differently.
Nick?
When I was like looking through the play and I was researching it, I found an interview with Naomi Izuka about play and talking about its connections to the Odyssey. And there's the primary thing that she talks about is the journey home, and how in the original story, when Odysseus finally reaches home, his wife Penelope doesn't recognize him, and it's because the journey has changed him so much that he is unrecognizable. And so that parallels in Anonymous with, you know, Anon and his mom were separated, and then when they come back together, not only is she afraid to believe it, but she kind of has to go off of his word, because he has changed so much, he's been transformed so much by his experiences that he is almost unrecognizable to her. And so it's his description of, I remember, this is what I remember, this is the story, you held me and you sang to me. And it goes beyond the way that somebody presents themselves. The way that somebody presents themselves can completely change, but it's that connection that the mother-son connection, especially in this story, is really special, and that's how they know.
So when we first started, we were doing moment work, and every time that we were doing something, with the Foley, we made noise, and we always kept pointing out how people were making the storm, and we brought that in because the storm is like all the chaos and the wreckage of his life, and since everyone in his life kind of was causing that, the people that were making the storm were like the bad people, and were the ones that were kind of throwing everything into chaos. So using Foley in the background and the people who were doing the Foley as the people who were making the storm is really representational of the struggle and who is actually responsible for when people's lives fall apart, especially in the war.
All right, we're going to go ahead and wrap up. And just to kind of synthesize, one of the biggest things about the show, and one of the moments I love the most is, remember, so we're hearing a non, which is one story, but for every a non one story you hear, like just in the scene after the crash, there's thousands of others not heard behind the one story that is heard. So, which is why like I find that scene so beautiful, that they're all anonymous and he is anonymous, and he is out and they are one, even though they are very, very, very different people. So yeah, cool. That's it. All right.